Kevin Sidebottom here, and I'm a speaker, author, and trainer. And I go around and teach sales organizations and leadership teams how to grow trust and influence with everybody around them. Today, let's talk about how you build trust in a team. I'm most known for the Sales Process Uncovered, but one of the big aspects about that is about building rapport and trust and influence. And in the first buying decision that a customer is going to have is the salesperson. So I really work through that first step, and it's like kind of building a foundation. So we want to make sure that we have rapport with our team. How are we going to build that? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about how to build trust. We're also going to talk about the different tips and tricks on how to do that. So let's get into it. The number one first thing to do is have a plan. That's right. What's your overall objective? Are you trying to be the funny guy? Are you the serious guy that's just overbearing? What are you trying to do with your team? Now, just building trust is kind of too vague. We really need to unpack what does that look like for us and our team. Is it being more intentional to learn about our team members? Which, yes, we should definitely be learning about our teams. And when I first got into sales, they said, you got to build rapport with your customers fast. And look around the room, find something like a picture or some kind of sports stuff, and highlight it and have the customer talk about it. Well, rapport is actually a little bit deeper than just looking around and talking about a topic. What we really need to be focused on is wanting to learn about the other person. That's where your focus has to be. If you want to grow trust with anybody, you got to be focused on them. Okay? And here's why. There's 3 questions that everybody asks about us on every interaction. Do I like you? Do I trust you? And how can you help me? And there's different aspects on how you can become likable, which can be the different clothes you wear, the different scents you wear, the environment you're in. If somebody else knows that other person that introduces you, that helps build trust. But the main ingredient is us focusing right here on how we can focus on them. We need to be in just valuing people to learn about them. Okay, we have to place a value on those people. And typically people value like their boss or the CEO of an organization because, well, there's greater influence if you know those people. But we have to put value on all of our team members. That's something that I've always done in any organization I've been a part of. And when I'm actually doing trainings, I'm working on building trust and rapport with all of them as well. And that doesn't mean doing trust falls, okay? That's the old thing where people would stand there and they'd lean back and the other people would try to catch them. And you see all those YouTube videos of people missing that and the guy falling and hitting the ground. Yeah, I don't typically do that, and I don't recommend doing those kind of things. Now, I do, recommend as you're growing with your team and you want to take them to the next level of trust and gain really good influence, is to do something like an Operation Adventure. Now, I used to work at one of those when I was in college, and they were fantastic at team building. Okay, and it put people that were in different, fitness levels, height levels, and put them together to finish some tasks. Those are great, but if you're new and you're trying to grow trust with your team, you need to start at the very beginning, and that's basically focusing in on them. What can you learn about them every day? So as a salesperson has a customer relationship management tool, we need to have a customer relationship management tool. Whether it's an online tool, whether it's paper that we write everything down on, whatever that focus is, we need to be focused in on that person to learn about them. So I would typically learn a new thing about that person every time I interacted with them. So that way it wasn't just business, 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 business. It was, hey, what's going on with you? Now, Ramsey Solutions does a fantastic job, but all their managers have to know what's going on with their team members' lives. Not every detail about like what they ate for dinner last night, but like if there was a birth coming or someone's family member was deeply ill and was on their deathbed, they would actually know about it and encourage them, help the other team members come around and help. And it benefits the culture of the organization. And they have a high trust level by doing so. So what can we do to really maintain the relationship and grow it by learning about people? That's the ultimate focus. Now, I have tons of tips and tricks on how to do that in my trainings. I've got online trainings you can take at home. I've got the trustworthy training, and it really goes through the trust equation that I created to help gain trust with people and all the different variables that go into that. We can take those, or you can reach out. Be glad to help you and talk about what you guys are working on. See if there's an avenue where I can help. But by bringing people together and working and being intentional about learning people, that's the start of how you grow influence and trust. All right? We'll see you next time.